First, I want to say good morning to all my brothers and sisters out there. I hope that you woke up this morning, you have said your prayers, and thank God for His grace and His mercy, and thank Him for protecting you last night. But I got a very important subject that I really want to talk to you about, and I want you to be aware of this. So, if you have prayed, don't pray for yourself, pray for everybody. That's what the world needs, more prayers. This is my question to you. Is knowledge is power, or is power is knowledge? That's the question I want to ask. Well, the reason why I'm asking that question is because sometimes people get a little confused. They think knowledge is not power and power is not knowledge. Well, I'm here to verify this. Knowledge is power and power is knowledge. And the reason why that we are falling on the wayside is that people have lack of knowledge. As the result of lack of knowledge, they have lack of power. More knowledge, more power. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to use this as a starting point. Let's talk about my people, minority people. The reason why that we don't excel in many things because we have a lack of knowledge, and as a result, when we have lack of knowledge, we have lack of power. More knowledge, more power. And we need to educate and train our kids about the importance of having power in this kind of world that we live in. We have unlimited power within us, but we don't see that. But I will say this to every one of you out there listening. You know where I got all my power and all my knowledge from? The Bible. If I knew the Bible, and I've been taught about the Bible growing up, I don't know, I might be a genius right now, because that's where the power and the knowledge comes out of the Bible. And if you haven't read the Bible, if you want to gain knowledge and power, just start reading verses. And the verses, you must, well, let me piggyback on something. In order to have knowledge and power, you must have faith. You must have faith in God and faith in God alone. We have to have faith in His words. We got to believe whatever His words say, that's what He's going to do. And I'm going to say this, and I'll say to every person out there, if you fear man, you don't fear God. If you fear God, you don't fear man. Now, which one are we going to go with? I'm going to let you make that decision. But I just want you to be aware that we was born with certain things before we came into this world. We was born with skill, knowledge, power, abilities, and all type of circumstance. We was equipped with this when God was putting us together in your mother's womb. He knew what He was doing when He put us all together. So we was born with that, but after we come out into this world, that what we was born with, it seemed to be put on the side because people have lack of knowledge and lack of power. And I'm gonna start by saying this, and I was affected by this, growing up. When you drop out of school, or when you're just going through the motion of going to school, you begin to develop a lack of knowledge. You begin to feel oppressed or depressed because of lack of knowledge, or you judging things based upon generational curses. You can be your own president in your own life if you start reading the Bible. The Bible gonna teach you some things that they don't teach you in public schools. The Bible is going to tell you how to be smart, how you to be aware, and how you can advance. But if you don't have faith, and if you don't believe in God, if you're just an atheist, well, maybe we're just wasting time. My people, I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to pray for you, that we start looking at our kids and start developing knowledge and power through them. But if you, as a parent, don't have any get up, have no knowledge, have no power, you just living every day just to get by, well, you become a threat to the society and to your kids. I am talking about the man, a wife, and a husband. I care about your kids' knowledge because we are in the year of almost 2025. We have more kids dropping out of school. They're killing each other. We are in a war because a lot of kids don't have the knowledge to understand what they are getting into. And as a result of that, we are leaders in the community. We need to provide them and promote knowledge and power in our kids. Our kids, no matter, they might go astray during their lifetime, but if you build that foundation within them as they're growing up, they won't never depart from you. Knowledge is power, and power is knowledge. Look around you. Your knowledge should make you aware of what's going on. I'm aware of my surroundings. I have knowledge about my surroundings. I see who have the power around. I see who maintain the power around. But as a minority man, a black man, you got eyes to see and you got ears to hear. If you don't see and you don't hear, you're going to get caught with your pants down because you have lack of knowledge. I'm not a prophet, but I'm going to say this. Don't be surprised the year 2025. Soon as Republicans take office, believe me, I hope it doesn't happen. That's when the war starts. It's not the war against United States and other countries. It's the war between the American people. We have a racial war in this country because of lack of knowledge. And as a minority, you have lack of power. But in this country, when you got power over the whole country, it doesn't mean that you got the right knowledge. This is what we're dealing with. I care about the future of America. I care about our young kids. I care about the future. We have eyes to see and ears to see. Be aware of your surrounding because there's a lot of wolves out there dressed up like sheep. And these wolves have knowledge and these wolves have power because when a wolf sees that you are off balance, that's when they're going to attack. My people, to all people, we need to build our knowledge base up. As a result, we can build our power base up. Look around you and see. I'm looking at knowledge and power. I'm looking at all the largest universities in America. Mostly you're going to see nothing, 90% white kids. All the big universities in America is predominantly white kids because they have gained the knowledge, and as a result, when they gain the knowledge, eventually they will have power. You don't see that? We keep trying to make America great again, but we keep doing the same shit over and over. How can we make America great again when we keep doing this shit over and over and we expect a different outcome. We have a problem in America. I thank God. I went in the military. I gained all my knowledge and a lot of my power in the military. But I want to say this. I gained superpower and knowledge after I read the Bible. The Bible gonna take you to places that you need to be aware of. It's gonna take you from the beginning and it's gonna take you to the ending. It's gonna tell you, regardless of what you do in your life, you better put God first. And you must believe in God's words. You cannot see God, but his words just like you seen him. Rely on his word. Lean not to your own understanding. Trust in me, and I will fight for you. Do you believe that? Don't wait till you get on your dying bed just to say, well, who am I supposed to turn to? You got to turn to the Almighty. That's the only place you can turn to. But I need to turn to the Almighty before that happens. You need to start talking to God before anything happens. He knows everything about me. He knows everything about you. He knows everything about the world. And most of y'all, when you have limited knowledge and you have limited power, you would not believe that God can see everything going on in the world. But when you have limited knowledge, you can't see the forest because they got too many trees blocking your view because of lack of knowledge. You have a lack of power. I just want you to be aware of your surroundings. The laws are set up because for those who have lack of knowledge and have lack of power, they're going to be at the lower on the totem pole, the lowest on the totem pole, because they're not experienced, they don't have the education knowledge. That results, I can't give you power if you don't have knowledge, because you're already working at a disadvantage because you are a minority person, and the way in the world is designed that you're only going to go to a certain point in life. We are dealing with a racial war because minority people have a lack of knowledge. We need to go to school. We need to teach our kids. The more that you drop out of school, the more problems that we have. We need to teach our kids is that the more you walk around here killing, stealing, and dealing, our culture is depleting. Because of you don't have knowledge about what you're doing. Because if you had knowledge about what you were doing, you would not do it. So let's not start pointing fingers at this one and that one. Charity begins at home. Teach your kids morals and values. Teach them right from wrong. Teach them how to love and be kindness and understand that God so loved the world that he gave his only son for you, for me, and the world. Everything that was created in this world, in the beginning, it was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word is God. I'm trying to tell you is that unless you make God a priority, you may not go to church. Talk to him every morning. Tell him about what the things you need or what the things you're going through with. You may not think that he hear everything that you're saying. He only going to respond to you in due time. Knowledge is power, and power is knowledge. Because most people are way down here on the totem pole. I'm talking about us minority people, because we done dropped out of school, and we always get the job, the low-paying job, but who are benefiting from you lack of knowledge? the one at the top is benefiting from you because you have the lack of knowledge. You don't know what's going on. You don't know how to read. You don't know how to write. You don't know how to analyze situation because you have not been taught, because you dropped out of school, because no one in your household are telling you what's right and what's wrong. But I'm here to tell you, hold up. I'm here to tell you, charity begins at home. Stop blaming society on your failure. Stop pointing the finger about the white man is this, the white man is that. Look, when I can program or reprogram you to tell you is that you have the same power that everybody else. God did not give power just to the white. He gave power to all of his kids, equal power. And we need to go to school, stay in school, and stop getting these lower paying jobs. I want you to look. You got eyes to see, ears to hear. Look around you. What do you see? Who making all the money? Who have all the knowledge? Who done gained all the power? Our system has been designed to keep you at a lower level because they feel that you're not going to pick yourself up anyway. Look at the system. Look at the universities. Look at the big colleges. They have replacement programs. They done gained enough knowledge, they can go out and serve the world. They can be lawyers, doctors, because they've been trained. They have the knowledge and the ability to do the job. Why can't we, as a minority, take that same attitude and start developing growth within our young kids? We can do it if we come together. We can do it if we learn to live together and trust each other and teach each other that we are all God's children. We don't have to be oppressed and depressed all our life. We don't have to live off that slavery mentality. We don't have to do that. We chose to do that because we know what slavery have done to us, and we continue to allow slavery to continue to do that to us because we don't believe in God. We fear man, and we don't fear God. An ace is an ace, a deuce is a deuce. Because if you read your Bible, if you fear God, these men out here that's doing all this crazy stuff, they don't have power over God. God's sitting up there looking at these guys, looking at what they're doing. But you don't believe that because you haven't read your Bible. I'm telling you what the Bible says. Fear not no man. Fear the Lord is the way to salvation. When you fear the Lord, you get everything. When you get fear of the man, you get nothing but a whole lot of trouble. Let's stick together. Let's gain more knowledge. Let's stay out of jail. Let's stop killing each other, murdering, robbing. Let's get out of the poor community. But we cannot get out of the poor community until we start educating our kids, teaching them right from wrong, good and bad. Don't wait till they get in jail and everybody in the neighborhood start feeling sorry. There is a thing they call preventive measure. We want to prevent these activities before they happen. We see the path that these kids going down. We see that they're going down the wrong path. Who are there to teach them that if you go to your left, boy, you asking for trouble. You go to your right, you're going to be all right. If that kid chose to go to the left, that kid have a lack of knowledge of the dangers ahead of him. And I want to thank all of y'all for listening to this. And I think this is important that we need to educate our kids about the importance of knowledge and power in this sad society. We live in an uncertain world. And minority, I'm going to say this to you specifically. Look at the way the world is running. Look where people who in power, what are they doing to our people? Look around. Look at these election coming up. It's not about protecting America, it's about payback. You understand? We are putting people in these offices. They're not there to serve the purpose. They are there to do one job and one job only. You work for me, boy. And don't forget it. If I put you in office, do as I say and not as I do. This is the kind of world. Don't be surprised. I said earlier, I'm not a prophet, but if you look at the way the world is going upside down, don't you ever think God is not aware of what is going on. I'm making you aware through words of God that unless you believe in what he say, look at the tornadoes, the hurricane, all the snow. We got record-breaker things all over. But it's one thing that I will say to man, you don't have that kind of power and that kind of knowledge that you can override God. If you think that way, you are dumber than the damn days long. You think that you got more power than the creator of the heavens and the earth that created you? Huh? Talk to me, boy. I hope this made a big difference. Let's live together. Let's stay together. Let's read our Bible together. Don't be walking around here a wolf dressed up like a sheep. You're only fooling yourself. God sees you, he sees me. Thus said the Lord, believe in me, I will fight your battle. Don't do it by yourself. I got your back. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening, and I hope that you'll share this message with all the community and everybody around you. When you don't have knowledge, you don't have power. When you got power, you have some knowledge. We need to program, and that knowledge only comes through God, through education, and reading the Bible for yourself. I hope everybody have a great day, and it's been a pleasure as well as a privilege. But I also want to share this with you before I close out. We do have a podcast, me and Derek Taylor, and we're coming on tonight. We come on about 5 o'clock. And if y'all decide that y'all want to come on our podcast, we are here to serve the community. We are going to be teaching leadership and development. And we really want to help you and help our community, because if God help blesses us, we want to be able to bless you. Again, you want to get in on our podcast, you can write Derek Taylor 32 at yahoo.com or rlinecaj@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. If you like this video, please subscribe to it. But I'm getting ready to get my morning workout in, and I just thank God that I was able to speak to you. Now I have enough energy to do my exercise class. Oh, by the way, this is my gym. It's a gym that you'll never see one like it in your life. And God have given me the ability to be able to invent this gym. Just like he did it for me, he can do it to you. Until next time, may God bless you and keep you. Until we meet again. Adios.